Yes, Dr. Lambert?
A patient of yours called a few moments ago and is anxious to get the results of her blood test back.
What patient?
I don't remember her name, but it was about a pregnancy test.
Well, I don't recall a pregnancy test for any of my patients.
Think back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, there was a woman, but unfortunately, I don't have those results yet.
See, I knew I should have gotten an over-the-counter test. The lab is taking too long.
Oh, a little nervous, are we?
No. You see, I was hoping that I could put my career on hold and have a baby with a man I'm just getting to know to test our relationship and see how it works under stress. Call the lab. Now. Please.
You know, if you really are pregnant, you need to be a lot more patient.
I tried off and on all day listening on Chris, but I couldn't raise a signal.
Well, I told you, he must have found the bug we planted.
Yeah, maybe not. It could be malfunctioning.
So, how do we know which one it is?
He's working tonight. You could break into his apartment and see if the bug is in place.
Oh, whoa. No. Back up, cowboy. I'm not breaking in there. It's your idea, you break in.
And what excuse do I give if I'm caught? Ramsey hates me. You're sleeping with him. You have a reason to be there.
Forget it. Chris is way too smart to buy some stupid I lost an earring excuse.
If you hear his key in the lock, just strip off all your clothes and yell surprise. You won't need an explanation. Okay, all right. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll pretend to deliver food to GH, but I'll really be watching Ramsey. If he leaves the hospital, I'll tail him. If he gets within a mile of his apartment, I'll call you. You have plenty of time to get out.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of breaking in, Frank.
You stole an apartment key from him, didn't you?
Yes.
So what's the problem? You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you don't care that Chris Ramsey has played you like a violin. Maybe you don't mind being his sucker. Maybe you're looking forward to dancing at Joe and Karen's wedding.
Maybe you should shut up and tell me when you're going over to GH to keep an eye on Chris.
No time like the present.
I can't believe the lab doesn't have the results of my pregnancy test yet.
Well, they're backed up.
Call again.
They said they would page me when they had something.
Didn't you tell them it was urgent?
You know what? Maybe I should call them back and tell them it's really for you and not just another patient. I'm sure they'd put a rush on it.
Do you like watching me suffer?
No, actually, it's kind of annoying.
Fine. I'll leave you alone. But the next time I see you, I expect an answer.
And I'm sure we both know what that answer will be. Mommy.
Stop that. It's not funny.
There's God, 212, please.
Dr. Ramsey, may I have a minute?
Certainly.
I have advised Julie Devlin not to go ahead with your so-called partnership concerning the proceeds on the patent for DL-56.
I see. On what grounds?
You are trying to take advantage of Julie's incarceration to take money that is, well, you're not entitled to it.
Mr. Baldwin, I'm more than entitled to it. I worked on that formula with Bennett Devlin before he died.
Well, nevertheless, the patent is not yours.
Devlin stole my work.
No, in reality, both you and Dr. Devlin stole my granddaughter's work.
No, I'm afraid you've been misinformed. We didn't steal anything. Karen abandoned the research.
But you rationalize it any way you want. I'm not about to draw up an agreement that diminishes my charges fund.
But it's what your charge wants.
Julie is in no condition to make sound judgments on her finances, and you know it.
Julie feels bad about all the stunts her old man pulled. Now, if splitting the proceeds on the patent makes her feel better, who are you to stand in her way?
I am her guardian. Under the supervision of the surrogate court, that's who.
So in reality, it's in your best interest to keep as much money in Julie's name as possible. That way your fees will be higher.
This conversation is going nowhere.
Sure isn't. If you'll excuse me, I'm taking my break.
Don't forget to take these beautiful flowers with you when you go.
You keep them. They're Mardi Gras beads, a reminder that life is a party.
Thank you.
Dr. Lambert,
Yes.
here you go.
Oh, thank you.
And give the rest of these to the other nurses and thank them for their good work.
We'll miss you.
I'm going to miss you, but not this hospital.
Oh.
What, you don't like our hospital?
In a word, no. Gives me the creeps. I want to get out of jail.
Gee, and just think, I spent, about 20 years in school just so I could come work here.
What's the matter with you? Don't you know this place is full of sick people?
Sebastian, you are getting out just in time. This place is falling apart.
Why, what's happening?
Well, you'd think it was a party place. Everyone's walking around with Mardi Gras beads on.
You know, that's terrible. I'm out of here.
Good, because you are a bad influence. Get your stuff. We're going home.
Yes, ma'am. Be right with you.
It's none of my business, but I'm glad he won't be alone.
You are?
Yes, and that said, I'm concerned about Matt.
I don't want to hurt Matt. I just want to make Sebastian's last days comfortable and happy.
That's understandable.
Well, unfortunately, Matt doesn't see it that way.
I thought I heard someone.
Alice, I thought you were going to be in Syracuse a while longer.
I had some things to take care of in Port Charles. Thought I'd drop in to see if the place was still standing. Is Ellen on her way?
Oh, no, not for a while. That's why I'm here. I'm just going to leave these things here with you. Along with, the spare key.
Why do I get the feeling this isn't a happy moment?
Well, Alice, your daughter and I have decided to go our separate ways.
Why?
Well, she wanted some time off to take care of a friend who's ill.
Well, that's nothing to break up over.
Well, the friend is a man. And I think that he means more to her than she wants to admit.
Who is it?
Sebastian Dupree.
I've never heard of him.
Well, Ellen met him at Mardi Gras years ago.
But she's never even mentioned him.
Well, apparently they never forgot about each other. He showed up, told her he was sick, and that his dying wish was to spend time with her.
And Ellen felt she had to say yes.
Had to. Wanted to.
Isn't there some way you two could work this out?
Well, Ellen asked me to wait for her, but I'm not interested in playing second fiddle while she's off with another man.
Guess I can't blame you.
Oh, these are mine. I'll just save Ellen the postage, okay?
Matt, I'm sorry things didn't work out. You two seem so right together.
Anybody home? Good. I knew it. Chris. Oh.
Hello?
It's me. The buck is gone.
Well, we knew there was a possibility you found it.
Where are you?
Following Ramsey.
Is he headed this way?
No, we're going in the opposite direction.
Then I have some time to do a little snooping.
Do a lot of snooping.
My pleasure.
Have you seen Dr. Ramsey?
Yeah, he's around somewhere. Wait a minute. Are those the lab results he's been waiting for?
Yeah. He seemed concerned about this patient, so I thought I'd better rush the results to him.
Yes, he is very concerned. Very concerned. In fact, he asked me to go ahead and check on it for him. You know, usually a pregnancy test doesn't take this long.
There was a mix-up. We ran the wrong panel on the sample.
What?
Oh, we ran a CBC instead of the pregnancy test. When we realized the mistake, we had to run the sample through again to find out if the patient was pregnant.
Oh, right. And?
Oh, she's not. It's just as well. This lady may not be in the best of health.
What do you mean?
Oh, look what turned up when we ran the CBC.
Surprise! Mother! What are you doing here?
Checking on the place.
You hear that? She comes to see the building, not me.
And why would I bother to check in on a daughter who doesn't even introduce me to her friends?
Give a person a chance, Mother. This is Sebastian Dupree. Sebastian, my ornery mother, Alice.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And you said good looks came from your father.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sebastian is a friend from New Orleans, and he'll be staying here while he recuperates from surgery. You know, Sebastian, you're looking tired. Why don't you take a seat?
Yeah.
And I'll get you something to drink.
Ellen keeps it warm in here. I'll crack the window.
Thank you.
Hello?
Guess where Ramsey is?
Where?
Ferncliff.
Visiting Julie again?
What if he's talking to her about the money we drained from the Marcia Cooper account? He might have put the pieces together.
Frank, relax. I found something that may make you feel a whole lot better. I'll meet you at the recovery room when I finish here. Bye.
I had a run-in with your guardian.
Oh?
Lee Baldwin is refusing to draw up papers honoring our agreement.
I tried to convince him that you deserved half the proceeds from my father's patent, but he wouldn't listen.
Yeah, well, you listen. If you can't get Lee Baldwin to yank that stick out of his rear end and grant me part ownership of Daddy's patent, then I suggest you find yourself another guardian.
And if I don't?
I'm not going to smuggle your baby out of this place unless I get my cut of the deal, 56 fortune. So you either guarantee me my share, or you can wave bye-bye to your little bundle of joy for good.
Sebastian is sleeping.
Come. Put your feet up and have some tea.
Uh-oh.
What?
You always do this when you want to pump me for information.
What am I, the CIA?
For all I know, you could be. However, you make a great cup of tea, so I forgive you. And yes, Matt and I have broken up.
I know. He returned this.
It has all happened so fast. I don't know where things went wrong. All I did was ask Matt for a little time. Sebastian does not have long, Mother.
You can't ask people to put their lives on hold, Ellen. To you, it might seem like a reasonable request. But frankly, from where I sit, it sounds selfish.
Selfish? Mother, I'm sacrificing my relationship with Matt to help a sick friend.
Do you love Matt?
Of course. But Sebastian is dying.
Do you love Sebastian?
I feel a deep connection to him.
Ellen, those are exactly the words you used to describe your feelings for Matt when you first became a couple.
I don't remember that.
Well, I do. Do you really believe your feelings for Sebastian are anything like your feelings for Matt?
Of course not. But I do feel a great deal for Sebastian.
Honey, I believe having a sick man in your life is causing you a great deal of confusion.
Confusion about what?
You may be using Sebastian to relive the time you had with Sam.
That's absurd.
Think about it. Your husband died very suddenly. You had no time to say goodbye. Now, with Sebastian, you know the end is near. It's a chance for you to make up for the time you lost.
Mother, I care about Sebastian because of who he is. It has nothing to do with Sam's death.
I'm only suggesting that you slow down and think this situation through.
That requires something I don't have the luxury of. Time. Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Well, I just returned the key to Ellen's apartment. How do you think I'm doing?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, c'est la vie.
You know, I never should have told you that Sebastian wanted to take Ellen to New Orleans.
I would have found out sooner or later, Eve.
I know. But I still remember what it felt like when Scott and I broke up, and it's nothing that I'd want you to go through. It's awful.
Yeah, you got that right. In fact, I could use a distraction about right now. Anybody around here need a heart transplant?
Not that I know of.
No.
However, I may be able to keep you busy with some symptoms of my own.
What's the problem?
Occasional dizziness, fainting, fatigue.
You missing periods?
Had the pregnancy test. I'm not.
Not heart palpitations.
No. However, I do have an elevated white blood cell count.
Have you had any recent ear infections or coughing, upper respiratory symptoms?
No, negative to all of the above.
Any other symptoms?
One. I just started having terrible stomach cramps. Man, what's going on?
Wow, watch it, will you? People are staring.
I'm sorry. I couldn't control myself.
All right, let me have it. What has made you so hyper?
Okay. I found a letter from Lance Pharmaceutical. Chris's patent for DL56 was denied. Nobody knew, but Bennett Devlin applied for the patent first, and they gave it to him. Okay, and this is the best part. This is really good. Lance wants back all the money it paid Chris.
Ramsey's in trouble.
Yeah, isn't it great? For all his screwing people over, Chris will not see a dime's worth of profit. Hey, Frank, why are you smiling?
Wait. I'm just trying to figure this out. That may be why he's at Funklet tonight. Julie must be the one who controls the patent now.
So you think Chris would try and scam Julie to get the money from her?
What is Chris Ramsey up to?
Look, dump Lee Baldwin and replace him with a user-friendly attorney. Mine.
Lee Baldwin is assigned to me by the court. How am I going to convince a judge to give me a new guardian?
Guess you're up the proverbial creek without a paddle, Julie. It was nice nearly doing business with you. Bye-bye, Junior.
I have an idea.
Well, I was hoping you might say that.
You cared for me once.
So?
Dust off your tuxedo, handsome. I'll meet you at the altar. We're getting married.
Tonight, right after an all-new America's Funniest Home Videos, you can watch bonus episodes of two of your favorite shows, The Drew Carey Show and Spin City, ABC Tonight.